have a position to improve and the sails.
I don't know, this is the original.
Yeah,
It really looks like
Helps the boat to heel from windward by putting his weight on the boat's side. Both the skipper and the crew must generate the windward heel and cross over in absolute coordination. When the sailor sits down again, the rudder must be centred and the mainsail must be as close to the centre line of the boat as possible for completing the roll. After the tack, the skipper positions the traveller between his legs and immediately checks the leach of the mainsail for precise trimming. The crew is responsible for trimming the jib and the slack of the spinnaker sheets. Next, he also has to check the leach of the jib for fine trimming. To execute a perfect tack in low winds, the boat has to roll and heel as much as possible. Let's take a look at the boat track of a best practice tack from an aerial view. In order to improve your tacking, you should review the movements of the skipper and the crew from various angles. An extra tip for you, let the jib fill up with wind before releasing the leeward jib sheet. This will allow for faster rotation of the boat. Good tacking in low winds is of utmost importance, since the boat speed might reach 0 during an incorrectly executed tack. The 3D animation gives us the opportunity to see a well-executed tack. Notice how the boat speed is positive and that the boat is able to pick up speed shortly after the tack. Slow and rolling movements of absolute coordination are needed when jibing in low winds in order to sustain the boat's speed. The first moves of the skipper are to shout jibe. Lower the centreboard slightly in order to avoid too much rolling. Tighten the windward jib sheet.
There's something anything new. Okay. So everybody get that? Anyone have any questions on? Thanks. Sorry, great. Alright, so basically the main things are you want to roll pretty hard. I mean, this is an I-420, so it's a little bit different than a 420. But the key points is that you want to roll really, really hard. You should probably get water in the boat every time you roll a little bit. Roll together. Try to have your body weight close together in the center of the boat. And then come out of the tack just like you started it. You don't want to over-roll, or not over-roll, over-flatten or under-flatten. You want to be, just in the middle. Let's tack it. Jeff?
If I'm a crew, what part of my body should I hit the tank with? I did hit on the butt, or?
Well, you can hit it. But when I tack when I'm a crew, I'm kind of hiking, so I have my feet either in the hiking straps or like under the fort or something, where you can get grasp. So you can hit it with your hip or your butt.
But not your hip.
I mean,
Just hit it with your butt.
It's fine for you because you're a little heavier than most crews, but Liz, where do you have to hit it?
okay, so
It allows you to get your weight out further.
Okay.
Also, it prevents bruising.
Yes.
That's
Don't check our rails. Don't just cave in.
Well, if your boats are
Yes.
okay. Anything else? Yeah.
I see a lot of crews that are good with the hitting, they're good with getting up to the correct side of the boat, but when they get up there, they either don't have their jib sheets, or it's tight around their neck, or what have you. So do you have any suggestions for keeping your jib sheets clear so that they're ready to go on every deck?
Good crews in the test, or just for everything wrong. But what I do is, so when the skipper says that they're going to tack, depending on the wind, if it's light, I'll uncleat the jib, but hold it in, and I'll make sure that I've got the next jib, the lazy jib ready to go. So that way when I come across the boat, it's already, so I'm not grabbing from like the bottom. So that way when I'll have to, trim in more than I need to, have it pretty much where you would be trimming in on the other side. That way when you get to the other side, all you have to do is just pull this as you come across the boat, and it's already done.
I think I showed in the video the crew, like when they tack it.
Yeah, exactly.
He has his hand at both gunnels,
Right.
and then the spare jib sheet store forward, that way you won't step on him right.
After the tack, just like, especially in light air when you have the chance.
Keep throwing forward.
Keep throwing forward.
But ideally you want to be crossing the boat with the jib sheet. That way it's trimming. You're really not doing anything, it's just trimming by itself.
I just noticed in this video and wanted to bring it to the attention of everyone, after they flattened, they very quickly got back to the middle of the boat, both the skipper and the crew. It wasn't just the crew's job. Because it was light wind, they both had to adjust their body weight immediately until the sails filled up, and then the skipper got back up on the rail. But they both had to have their body weight right to the middle right away to keep the boat sailing and not feeling windward, because that's bad.
Right. So for people sailing with a new skipper and new crew, you want to practice, like what I do, whoever I'm sailing with, before I even start practicing, I do a couple tacks, do a couple jives, and that kind of gets you familiar with how much force you need to apply when you're tacking or jiving, and how much, counter you need when you're trying to flatten after a tack. So I would suggest that whenever you guys go out there, do a few tacks, try to see how hard you can roll before it, well, you don't want to flip, but how hard you can tack it, and how much force you have to apply to flatten it.
Yeah, that was a quick point. Like, this week and last week, I noticed in the discussion, like, people have many points of view and what to do, what not to do. It all depends on, like, how you and the person you're selling with move together. Like, you can't just talk about it and say, oh, let's do this, let's do that. You actually have to sail and practice together. Make it look good.
Exactly.
So, I mean, one person might do something different. I do things a little differently than most people. But as long as it works, it works. So, you just have to practice.
Yeah. Anything else? Well, that's all I have.
Everyone pay Liz.
It was